Today topic is next one is types of methods. Types of methods in Java. Okay, based upon modifier. Okay, based upon modifier, methods are classified into two types. One is static methods. One is static methods. Another one is instance method. Okay, instance method or non-static method. Methods are classified into two types: static method or instant method. Okay. Yeah, what is static? What is instant? Right? See, if any method declared within the class with a static keyword. For example, now I am declaring this is a static keyword, static void function one. Then is static method. Okay, without static keyword. For example, if I write it is instant method. Okay, now it allocates only one time. One time only memory will be allocated. These methods, right? No need to create object for these methods, right? For static method, no need to create object. For instant method, this is instant method because there is no static keyword. Okay, this is static method because static keyword is there. Okay, for static keyword, right? Whenever if you write static method, no need to create object. Static values automatically whenever class is loading, then static methods will load. When it comes to instance method, object is required to load these methods. Okay, then how to call static method? If it is static, then how to call? Okay, see this static and instance. If it is static, we need to no need to create object. We can create object with object only. With object also we can call, but no need to create object. With the class name we can call. With the class name we can call it. Okay, when it comes to instance method, instance are not static. We need to create object. We need to create object. With the object only we can call the method. Okay, with the object name. With the object name we can call. For example, this is we can call class name dot method name, instance method object dot method name. Okay, what is class name? For example, class name sample dot function one we can call like this. And instance method, how to call instance method? We need to create object sample s equals to new sample. This is object creation. Sample s equals to new sample, call that method. Okay, s dot function 2. This is object, right? With object dot method name. Okay, when it's static, we need to call with the class name dot method name. When it is instance, object dot method name, s dot function 1. Clear? This is class name dot method name is the object now object name object dot method name. Then how to execute? We check it once. How to write a program for static method, right? For example, if it is static, example for static methods. Yeah. For example, see we are writing one class alpha. Now I want to write this is static method, static void display. This is static method. Okay, now I want to write some text, some statements here. System.out.println. I am static from alpha class. Static from alpha. Okay, same. I want to write one more class, that is class main class. See this. Now I am writing class main class. Program execution starts from main, public static void main string arguments. Okay, see how to call that method, right? And also I want to write one more method here. See what is other method name? Static void show. Okay, this is from main class, right? This is show method, right? See this. We have written two methods in the main class, one show method and one main method. Now I will write some statements in show method also. I am static function from main class. Okay, same here. This is I am static function from alpha or method. Okay, I am static function from alpha, I am static function from main class. Okay, now if I execute, what will be the output? Now this is a static method example, or right, now we can write a static method example. Static method dot java, class name is static method name dot java, right? Go to the directory, compile this. Java is a compiler. Static method dot java, compile, no errors. If I run java main class, right, we did what will execute? Main method will be executed. The main method we did not write anything, no, nothing is the output. Then how to call this method? Now I want to execute this method. If you want to execute this method, we need to call this method, guys. How to call this method? Class name dot, right, class name dot method name. That is, we have to write with the class name dot method name. Okay, what is the class name here? Alpha dot display. We can call alpha dot display. Okay, this static method. Okay, whenever if I call this, this method will be executed. Okay, it will load, then it will be executed. Now what will be the output? Now if I write alpha dot display, I am static from alpha class, it shows the output, right? Once compile again, now run the program. I'm static function from alpha. Okay, very good. Now I want to execute this also, right? How to execute this? This is also static function from main class. Then how to call? Can I call the main class dot see? Now I want to write main class dot show. See this? Can you execute like this? Yes, we can execute. Once compile. Now static method dot java, java main class. I'm static function from main class, right? This is static function from alpha and static method from main class. For example, this is also same class, right? Show method also belongs to main class. Okay, now can I call directly? Is it possible or not? How to call directly? Directly can I call show? Is it possible? We check it. If it is belong to same class, this is also static function, this is also static, same class, we can you call directly or not? Yes, we can call directly if it is belong to same class, that is also static, right? Then java main class. Now this is also possible. We can write main class dot show valid and show also valid. Okay, when it is static method, when you are calling static method, we need to call class name dot method name. Clear? This is static method. Okay, now we discuss instance method. Example for instance method. Okay, how to write a instance method, right? Same program I'll write. I will change to static keyword to instant keyword. Okay, see what is the instance method. Now this is instance keyword. There is no static, that is called instance. This is instance, right? Now I want to write I am non-static or instance method, right? Now I want to write instance function or instance method from alpha class. This is also instance method or non-static, that is your wish. Okay, instance from main class. Now save this instance method dot instance method dot java. Yeah, once execute this, compile and execute. Java C instance method dot java. Yeah, no errors, right? This is instant, this is also instant. Now how to execute this? Okay, for instance methods, what you have to follow, right? For instance method, we need to create object. It's a mandatory. This is a mandatory to create object. With the object name we can call object dot method name, right? What is object dot method name? Here as sample s equals to new sample s dot function 2. Same, we need to create object. How to create object here? What is the class name? Alpha. Alpha equals to new alpha. We need to create object for alpha class because this belongs to alpha class, right? Now how to call that method name? A dot display. Yes, if I call a dot display, that is valid. Can I call this display method? Yes, we can call a dot display. When I call a dot display, that method will be executed. Once compile, Java C instant method dot Java. Yes, valid. Java class name is what? Main class. See this. I am instance from alpha class. I am instance function from alpha class. Same, I want to execute this. Can I call directly? Yeah, we check it. Show, we check it. Right? Can I call directly or not? We check it. That is also belong to same class. One check it. Error it is because non-static method show cannot be referenced from static context. Okay, what is the error? Non-static method show cannot be referenced from a static context, because when it is static, this is also static, this is also static, we can call. This is error, we cannot call, right? It is error. Can I call main class dot show? That is also error, right? I will check, that is also main class dot show. When it is, when you can call, if it is belongs to same class, it is static function, then we call. Java C instant method, same again error. Main class dot show also error. We cannot call main class dot show also. This is also error. Which one is error, right? Even though if it is belongs to same class, but it is non-static method. Non-static method means you need to create object. First you should load. When it will load, if you create object, yes. Main class m equals to new. For static methods not required. Static values directly will load when the class is loading. Okay, main class total static context, total static content will be loaded when class loading, right? Except non-static variables and non-static methods. Okay, then how to call this? M dot show. This is valid, guys. Okay, if it is belongs to same class, even though if it is a non-static method, object is required. M dot show. Once compile, yes, Java C instant dot Java, right? This is no errors. Now once execute, Java class name is what? Main class. Once see, I'm instance from alpha, I'm instance from main class. See this. Okay, how to call those methods, right? When it is belongs to non-static method, when it is instant method, then how to call. Okay, if it is non-static method, we can call directly. Clear? And also, if it is belong to, we'll discuss about within the class, which one is possible, which one is directly possible. Okay, which one is not directly. See, if it is belongs to another class, same procedure. Static we call with the class name dot method name. It is instant object dot method name. Now we discuss within the class, right? You understood static, and once see static, how to call static class name dot this static alpha dot display, because this is another class method. Alpha dot display, it is mandatory. This is belongs to same class. It is also static. This is also static. Directly we can call main class dot show valid, show also valid. When it comes to instance method, object is required. We need to create object. With the object only we can call. But can you call directly? It is not possible because it is a non-static function. We are calling into static. That is not possible. Main class dot show also error. We need to create object. With the object only we can call. Clear? Now, what are the rules to call function within the class? Now we discuss within a class. Okay, within a class, right? What is the rule? Okay, when first rule is what? First rule is what? When you are calling static function, okay, within a class we can call static functions directly into another static method of same class, right? First rule is what? We can call first rule, right? We can call directly same class static methods. We can call directly static functions or static methods. We can call directly static methods from, okay, we can call directly static methods into another static methods of same class. Okay, we can call directly static methods into another static methods of same class. We can call into directly, right? If it is belong to same class, directly we can call static methods. We can call directly. We can call directly if it is belong to same class. That is the first rule. Okay, S to S rule, that is static to static within a class. First rule is what? We can call directly static methods of same class into another static methods. Okay, we can call directly static methods of same class. We can call static methods of same class into another static method. That is the rule. Okay, see once, class A, I will declare static rule first. Static first rule is what? Static to static. This is static void function 1. Yes, this is static void function. This is also static void function 2. Okay, this is static, this is also static, belongs to same class. Okay, I'm talking about total enter. Can I call function on S to S is possible or not? Static to static. First rule is what? Static to static. S to S. Static methods into another static methods of same class. One second, I will write test.java. Okay, this is test.java. Static methods you are calling into another static method of same class. Once check it, guys. Java C test.java. First one. Yeah, it is valid. Means you can call directly. That is the first rule. Static methods of same class we can call directly. Right? We can call directly into another static method. For example, next one, S to N. First one is static. Second rule is what? S to S is directly we can call of same class. Directly possible. Okay. Second rule is what? S to N. S to N. Okay. Static methods into non-static method. This is static method. Second one is non-static method. S to N. This is static method. We are calling into another static method. Can I call directly? Okay. Once check it once. Second rule is if it is belongs to same class. Yes, it is valid. Okay, S to N also possible. S to N also we can call directly. S to N also possible, we can call directly. Third one, what is third rule? N to S or N to N. Okay, N to N I will check it. S to S is possible. S to N also possible. N to N. Non-static method into non-static method. This is non-static. This is also non-static. Can I call directly? Third rule. Non-static methods of same class. Can you call directly into another non-static methods of same class? See this third rule. It is also valid. We can call directly non-static methods into non-static methods. Okay, directly possible. Yes, directly possible. Okay, first rule is possible and second rule also possible and third rule. S to S also possible. Next, the fourth one is what? N to S, last one. Okay, non-static method into static method. This is non-static. I want to call it static method. This is the fourth rule, right? Can I call directly non-static method into static method directly? See once, compile once, check it once. No, it is error. Then how to call? How to call? We need to create object. We need to create object with object only, right? Directly not possible. Okay, not possible, right? Not directly. We can't call, right? Directly not possible. Then we need to create object. We need to create object within a class. We need to create object, right? Even though if it is belongs to same class, if you are calling non-static method, same, right? What is the next rule? These all rules are applicable for variables also. Same, all rules are applicable for variables also. It follows all variables, means a non-static variable we can call into non-static method, right? These all rules we can apply for variables. Yeah, next one is setter methods and getter methods. Yeah, what is setter method? What is getter method? Yeah, setter method means it is used to change the value of the variable. Setter methods. What is setter method? It is used to change the value of the variable. Now what is getter method? Getter methods are used to retrieve the value of the variables, right? Setter and getter method. Getter methods are used to retrieve the value of the variable. Yeah, setter methods are used to change the value of the variable. Getter methods are used to retrieve the value of the variable. For example, see, uh, if I am declaring one class. See, this is a class name, class sample. Take any other class, no problem, right? Now we are declaring variables are private int or student name. Take a student name also. Class name is what? Student. We have details are student number, string student name. This is also private, and float average. This is also private float average. Okay, we have student number, student name, and average. See guys, I am going to print s number and s name and average outside. Okay, in another class. For example, now I am writing this class name is a main class. Program execution starts from main, public static void main. This is a main method. Okay, with the string arguments. Yeah, see, can you print the s number and s name and average? We cannot print because this is private. I will try to print. One check it. I am going to print system.out.println. They are instant, right? I want to print s number here. How to print s number? S dot s number. What is s dot s number? That is nothing but a student object. Student s equals to new student, right? S dot s number and s dot s name and s dot average. I am going to print s dot s number and s dot s name and average. See, once if I try to print outside s name, average, s number and s name and average. I want to print average also, s dot average. Once check it. If I try to print average, this is setter methods example. Setter method dot java. Okay, once try. Java is a compiler. Setter method dot java. Yeah, it is showing private access. S number as private, S name as private, the average as private. Okay, these are private. Okay, now I don't want. We cannot access here. This is the error. S dot S number is error. S dot S name is error. S dot average is error. Then you cannot access outside. Right here, can you change here inside class? Yes, we can change. Now I want to write that method name is, see, set s number. That method name I am writing set s number. Set the s number, guys. What is a? It is a parameterized. This is also s number. Okay, parameter. Okay, this is what default. Access specifier is default. If you write private, you cannot access. Using this method, we can change, right? Now how to change this value as this dot s number equals to s number. Now we can change this dot s number. Same. I want to write one more method, set s name. What is the parameter? String s name. Yeah, parameter string s name. Then change this also. This dot s name equals to s name. Same average also. How to change? Void method. This is also set average. What is the parameter? Float average. We are taking float average. Change this method also. How to change? This dot average equals to average. You know what is this? This denotes class correct object. When local parameters and instance parameters same, then we differentiate using this. Okay, we can set these values. Okay, how to call those methods? We can set those methods, right? How to change this? We can call that method. How to call? S dot set s number. Okay, this method is called setter method. How to set this number, right? You can write 100. This is s number 100. You are setting this s number. This value 100 will be stored here. Okay, this 100 will be stored. You are assigning to again s number, right? Same s name also. How to change s name? S dot set s name. Okay. Pass the name. We can pass the name as ABC. Okay. This is s name. Average. How to set the average? We can set average equals to write some value 56.7 f. That is a float, right? F you have to pass. We are setting these values. Again, I want to retrieve this value. How to retrieve that value? Now we can use that method as get s number. Okay. It is a get s number. If you write void, what right? We cannot access, right? See, now what I will do, guys, I will return this value. How to return? Return s number. When you return s number, we should not write void. That is int, right? Int get s number. We can call this method. Same s name also, right? What is the method name? Void get s name. Void get s name. It is not parameterized. Pass return s name. One function can return only one value. That's why void get s name, right? When it is void, then string parameter. It is returning string. Next to floater. Void get average. Get method I am using, right? Get average. Return average. I am writing return average. Okay, whenever if you write return, we should not write this float. Okay, these are getter methods. Okay, use if you call this method, it gets the value. This if you call this method, it sets the value. That's why these are called setter methods. These are called getter method. How to call? We can call s dot get number, s dot get s name, s dot get average. Same. How to call those methods, right? See, we can call s number equals to how to call s number. Call that method. How to call s dot set s get s number. That method name is get s number. Call that method name as get s name. Okay, that is a method, right? Parentheses are required. Get s name. We can call s name also. Get average. Call this get average also, right? Get s number, get s name, get average. Okay, see this. S dot set s number, s dot set s name, s dot set average. We are calling those methods, right? Once check it. This is setter and getter methods. Once compile. Setter method dot java. Yeah, that method name is what? Get average. Method name is get average. Once compile, no errors now. Once execute. Java class name is what? Main class. See this? Set s number, s name and average. Okay, you understood what is setter methods. Setter methods are when you have private, we cannot access outside. Okay, that's why within the class only we write up methods to change those values. Why? Because we cannot change outside. We cannot change outside. That's why we write a setter methods to set the values, getter methods to retrieve, because they are private. Private methods cannot be accessed outside. That's why we call outside. Clear? That is setter and getter methods. Okay. See this. We created object. These methods are not private. That's why we can access. This is what default methods we can access here in another class of same package. These two are belongs to same package. Student and main class belongs to same package. That's why you can call this. Yeah. Now understood, right? What is the methods, right? Static methods and instant method. That is depends upon modifier. Setter and getter method depends upon purpose. Okay, what purpose you are using? To change the value, that is setter method. To retrieve the value, that is getter method. Setter and getter method, static and instant method. Other kind of methods also is there, concrete and abstract. We discuss later, concrete and abstract method. Now next one is polymorphism. Concept name is polymorphism. Yeah, what is mean by poly? Poly means many. Morphism means forms. Okay. What is the meaning of polymorphism? One function, many forms. Okay, that is a polymorphism use. Okay, one function we can write different ways. Yeah, what is the use of many function? Right, you can work with the Java. See, no need to remember the many methods. that is a user friendly, right? If any language is supporting polymorphism, then it is a user friendly language. Why it is user friendly? Because no need to remember many methods, no need to remember method names, no need to remember many methods names, right? For example, if it doesn't support for example, if it doesn't support 4000 methods are there, for example, in 4000 classes are there in Java. Okay, each class is having 40 to 50 methods. Okay, nearly 1 lakh, more than 2 lakh methods we need to remember, right? That's why if any language is supporting the polymorphism concept, then you can say it is a user friendly language, right? Yeah, polymorphism again two types. Polymorphism again two types. Static polymorphism or compile time polymorphism or runtime polymorphism. Static and compile time. What is static? That is called compile time polymorphism. Static or compile time polymorphism. Yeah, runtime or dynamic or runtime polymorphism. Dynamic or runtime polymorphism. Okay, see, static and dynamic. Static and dynamic, compile time and runtime polymorphism, right? Static or dynamic polymorphism, compile time polymorphism, or runtime polymorphism. Yeah, see, what is the example for compile time polymorphism? What is the example for runtime polymorphism? For compile time polymorphism, example is method overloading. Method overloading. What is a polymorphism? Runtime polymorphism example: method overriding, overwriting or overriding. Method overriding. Okay. Yeah. What is a method overloading? We discuss. Okay. Method overloading. This is also called polymorphism. If any class in using a same name for different method. For example, I want to write addition application, guys. Right. See, I need to develop an addition application. Okay. For example, which method I have to remember, right? See, if it doesn't support, we have to write. For example, now I am writing sample class, right? I want to add two integers. Okay. Which method I want to write? Now I am writing add method. Okay, this is int x comma int y. This is int x int y. What is int x int y? This is the addition of two numbers it will add. Now I will return x plus y. Okay. For example, see, I want to write one more method that is for float values I want to add. Float values I want to add. Then if I write one more method, okay, that is remembering is difficult. That's why here also I will write a method name. What is a method name? Float x comma float y. Float x comma float y. This is also add method only, right? Name is same add. This is expecting parameters float, right? Return x plus y. This is also return x plus y. Okay. Now what you have to write? This is float. Okay. This is also add function. This is also add function. Then we can say it is what which one it is method overloading. Okay. I want to write double, guys. Then can I write double? Add. It expects the parameters of double comma double x comma double y. Double x comma double y. See this. This is also what method overloading only. See, now if I want to add, for example, forget about this class. Now, what is application name? Sample, right? Now I want to add the two numbers. What is the method name? Add. What is the method to add float? Add. What is the method to add double? Add only, right? See, if you remember one method, that is enough to remember all the methods. For example, we have 8 primitive data types. I want to add a short, I want to add bytes, right? How many methods you have? No need to remember that many methods. If you have 8 data types, no need to remember that methods, right? One method is enough. That is add. Add is for integer, add is for float, add is for double, add is for character, add is for all kind of values. That's why this is a user friendly, because if any language supports method overloading, it is a user friendly. Then how to call this, right? We take our main class, right? We take main class main class. Program execution starts from main. Program execution starts from main. Public static void main. String arguments. Yeah. Now call those methods. How to call a sample s equals to new sample? Yeah, we have to call those methods, right? How to call s dot add. Okay, what parameters? This is also s dot add, and again s dot add. These all methods are what? Add only, but parameters are different. What parameters we have to pass? For this is for integer. For example, if I write 5, 6, which method? Integer will execute. If I write a 4.5 comma 4.6, then which method will execute? Double. If I write f, then it is a float. To accept float. For example, if you write see 3.4f or 3.4 comma 4.5, then which method? This is double. This is what? Integer addition. What is this? This is a float addition. Okay, what is this function? We get double because depends upon what value you are passing, that it takes. Okay, what is the use of, you understood, right? User friendly, no need to remember the different method names. If it doesn't support, we have to write different names for that. Okay, we need to write a different methods, we need to remember, but here all methods we add only, no need to remember that method. One, check it. Now example is method overloading. Coding.java. Once compile and execute. Java is a compiler. Method overloading.java. Yeah, double declaration is wrong, right? Double. Once compile and execute. Yes, compile, then execute. Java class name is what? Main class. Because we did not print them, we have to print those values. Return functions, right? When it is written, call system.out.println. We need to call those functions, right? This is a integer addition, right? This is double addition. We can print those values, right? This is double addition. This is a float addition. Return functions, right? We need to call, right? System.out.println, or we have to assign one variable. Yeah, we check it output. Method loading.java. See this. This is an integer addition, float, double, right? See this. Clear? That is a method overloading. Okay, method overloading. We have written. Okay, now next example. What is the next example? In method overloading only, what is the next example? See, you understood, right? What is a method overloading? Loading, it is a compile time. Why it is compile time itself? You know this. Okay, different, right? Compile time itself, you know, that's why it is called compile time polymorphism. Okay, we are writing different names at compile time only. You know that. Okay, different, implementation, right? Using same name for different methods for different implementations. It's nothing but in same class, in one class. That is called method overloading. Now question is, now see this, can we overload main method? Okay, this is a question, right? For example, in C language, okay, in C language, can you write two main methods, two main functions? For example, void main, this is a main function. Okay, can I write one more function, into main or void main, right? Void main of int x. Okay, for example, or into main. If I write like this, okay, this is a printf I. Now I am writing a printf I. Now this is a printf hello. In C language, if you write, C doesn't support because C is a procedure oriented language, not object oriented. That's why not only main function, we cannot overload any function in C, right? That is in C language, right? We can't, this is the error, multiple declarations for main function. Okay, not only main function, we cannot overload any function in C. We can't overload any functions in C. Okay, because C doesn't support, function overloading, because C doesn't support function overloading or polymorphism concept. Okay, for example, if you write in C++, supports all function overloading except main function. It supports all function except main, it doesn't, it supports, right? If you write any function, we can overload, but main function overloading, it doesn't support, cannot overload main function in C++. That is a rule. Entry point is a main only, but in Java, when it comes to Java, right, in Java, there is no restrictions for method overloading in Java. There is no restrictions there is no restrictions to overload a method. There is no restrictions to overload method in Java. No restrictions in Java. Even we can overload main method also. Okay, if you overload main method, which function will execute, right? We check it, guys, right? If I overload main function, then what will happen? See, once now I want to overload main function. For example, now I want to overload class sample. I will write two main functions with different parameters. For example, public static void main. Public static void main string argument. This is string arguments. That is a standard main method, right? See, system.out.println. System.out.println. This is, I will write hi one statement, and one more method. Same public static void main only. Now I want to write one more method, public static void main, but not with this in string arguments. For example, in text. This is not array. If you write any other, that is also overloading. Now I have written hi and hello. Now what is the output? Now if I compile, see, method overloading 1. Method overloading 1. 1.java. Once compile this, guys. How to compile? Java is a compiler. Method overloading 1.java. That is compiled. No errors. Okay, we can overload. But what is the output? Okay, if I write Java class name, for example, Java class name is what? Sample. Whenever if I write sample, what will happen? Internally, what is Java means here? JVM. JVM is calling which method? Internally it calls with the main function sample.main with the string arguments, array parameter, string array parameter it calls. Okay, it is calling string array parameter. For example, it calls like this. Okay, see this. With empty parameters or some other parameter. Now that's why Java program execution with the string array parameter, because it is calling with the string array. That's why output is what? Main function with the string array. Main function with the string array. Is it existed? Yes, it is existed. Then it executes the string parameter. Why? Because JVM is calling string parameter main method. Whenever if I write Java sample, then internally it takes like this one, sample.main. Why sample.main? It is static method. Class name dot method name, sample.main. That's why it calls a string parameter. Okay, that's why now we get the output is what? See once hi. Okay, clear it is. You understood, right? We can overload main function also. No one can restrict. No one can oppose, right? But overloading. Okay, if you overload, what will be the output? That is with the string parameter only, because JVM calls the main method at the time command prompt. Okay, if I write java.sample, right? If we write Java sample, whenever you call a class name, then it calls the main method only. It checks for example, Java sample 1. For once could not find our main class 1. For example, if I remove main 1, see once main 1, this is main 1 I have written. For example, see what is it is checking for example, guys, method overloading 1.java. What it checks, it is checking for what? See this, it is checking for main method. It is checking for main method not found in class sample. Please define main method as like a public static void main. You understood? It is calling here main method purpose. This is nothing but a main function it is calling. That's why string parameter only takes goes. You understood? Yeah, right. That's why output is what? String parameter only. What about this method? How to execute this? This is like normal function. Then we can call here inside in the main function. Main of how to call, if you want to call main of 10. If I write main of 10, this method also will execute. This is a normal standard main method. Who will call JVM calls? This is a normal method. Who has to call? User has to call. This is a normal function. User has to call. This function who will call? JVM calls. That's why what is the output? I will be printed directly. Okay, if you want to execute, we should call in the main, right? If you want to call any function, we should call in the main only, right? Now output is what? Now both will be executed. Clear? Yes, even we can overload main function also. This is compile time. At compile time only, right? That's why it's called compile time polymorphism.